information based on what's trending. There's also more trending items over on this side. So there's a lot of things with analytics and what's trending, what's in the news. You see, this one was what's inspiring from the news. You can actually put your competitors in here. So lots of different features are included in here. Then I'm going to show you on the social accounts. This is where you would actually connect your accounts. And I'll tell you, as you prepare, if you're going to go ahead and get one of the Publer accounts here, before you get ready to click the button, yes, I want to connect a Facebook account, you have to make sure you have all of your logins. Make sure you either have your list of username and passwords for the accounts you want to connect, or be already logged in. That's obviously the easiest way. So if I was to say I want to connect to Facebook, it's going to open Facebook in a new tab and just try to auto log in. And that's going to be the easiest way. But before you click that button, you have to make sure you'll be able to get logged in, because that's how it's going to connect for you. And then on the calendar here. So here on the calendar, these are all the accounts that are connected. So right now what's highlighted are my accounts. So it's just showing you all of my posts. You know, if I start clicking on all of the other accounts, it's going to feed all of that information into here. So you can sort it in that kind of way. You know, if I only wanted to work on my Instagram account, I'll just unhighlight everything else and just have my Instagram. So it's kind of loading now. That's everything just for the Instagram account. You do up in the top here, you can look at drafts. You can have posts ready for draft mode and view only your drafts. Types, you know, if you have reels versus posts or stories, you can break it down to look at only the types of posts. And then, of course, the calendar view, you can look weekly, daily, but this is the view I prefer. I like to see the monthly view. And the monthly view actually gives you like 1 week at a time. So for me, it's a lot easier just to kind of scroll through and see the week as a whole and the week as a glance. And lastly, I'm going to show you in the analytics. So on the left menu on the side here, again, it shows all of the accounts we have connected, so you can look at each one individually. So for this example, I'm on Sharice's Instagram. There's an overview showing you followers, the reach, views, engagement, even the demographics. As you scroll down, it'll actually give you insights on your recent posts, you know, reactions and comments. Go even further, hashtag analysis. So these are the most recent hashtags we've used on her account, and it's telling you the reach on that. It goes even deeper and tells you, based on your historical data, what are the best times that you should post when your demographics are looking at your actual posts. So again, it gets very deep. There's lots of analytics, and this again was just the first tab on overview. You could go deeper into the post insights. You can go deeper into the hashtag, and you can go even deeper into your competitor analysis. So I'm just going to click on that one just to kind of give you an idea of what it shows in here. So we plugged in a couple accounts here. Shows us how many followers they have, how many posts, engagements. So this is a nice little way to kind of compare yourself to who you believe are your competitors. So that's the main parts of the menu, the main things that we look at before I kind of move on from that. Was there any questions about the actual menu there?
You'd probably need to drop a one if you had a question because we're all on mute.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Or
Thank
raise
you
a
for
hand,
reminding me.
or raise a hand. If you have a question, you can probably raise a hand. And then as we see the hands raised, we can we can bring them up. But go ahead, Charlene.
Okay. So last thing I want to show you is there is a media library. So anytime you ever add anything, it will stay in here as your media library. So just in case you needed to come back to something you previously used, it'll always be stored here. And storage is unlimited. There's no limit to that. So that's one good thing to kind of point out. Some platforms do have limits. So I'm going to go back to the calendar here. Now I'm going to show you guys a post. So there's a few different ways to do it, right? Now, just to give you a quick little idea, we are a little bit more on that advanced part where between Sharice and I and all of our accounts, and we post like 30 days worth. We fill in a whole month and we take it literally is in one day. And one day I'll sit here and create all of the content for all of our accounts, of course, with ChatGPT. I put that in an Excel, I do bulk uploads. So it's a more advanced kind of a way. But just to give you an idea, how deep and far this can go is you can literally sit here and post for the whole year. You could post 30 days, you could post from now until December. There's the bulk uploads to make it quicker and faster. I'm not going to get into those advanced techniques. I'm going to start at the very beginning and do kind of the single posts. But I wanted to give you the idea that it is possible for those of you that may be familiar with doing the bulk upload type of things. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. And of course, we have AI Genie here for us. And I have a prompt here. And I'm going to drop the exact prompt I'm using in the chat too. So you can take that prompt and kind of edit it for your business or your niche. So it's create a content calendar. I'm going to tell it to do like 3 days. We're going to start working on June because our May is all filled out for the whole month already. So June 1st through June 3rd, I'm going to ask for 2 posts a day. One, a value post with a tip or a golden nugget, and another one for an engagement post. The format will be a grid. Reason being, I like to copy and paste into Excel. So the grid, the columns are the date, the post type, which would be either value or engagement. I need a hook, a caption, the content, the CTA, and a hashtag. I said I want the actual written content for each post, not just ideas. And the target audience is digital product sellers and new digital marketers. So there's the prompt. And here's AI Genie, no fluff, all fire. Let's load your June 1 to 3 content calendar with scroll stopping posts. So you'll see it's starting to come into that format. June 1st, my value post. And again for June 1st, the engagement post. There's the June 2nd value, June 2nd engagement, and again for June 3rd. We said 3 days worth. So now if you're doing the, I need to just kind of do one post at a time, I'm going to show you, exactly how I do that. So going into Canva, now I have my templates already. Now there's a difference between if you have, one image. Most people might just use one image when it comes to their content. For most of ours, I use like 3 or 4, so it's like carousel. So again, I'm just gonna just use one image only to show you the simplest way to actually do this. So I'm gonna go to my templates. I have a value post template ready to go. Now you could go to create, go find something. I just have this theme. That's why I'm using this picture. But you can go to the create button, find something inspirational. If you want some, nature kind of a picture or a sunset, go to create, and pick whatever it is that you want. I just have my template ready so I can show you on one post here. So on my chat, I'm going to take this hook. I'm going to copy that, paste that here, and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So most digital products don't flop. The positioning does. And then the actual caption is going to be the text in my actual post itself. So I'm just going to use this one image. I'm just going to use the hook for my one image for my posting. So now that I have this image ready, I'm going to go back to chat and I'm going to grab that caption. And I'm going to go to Publer and post it. So again, we said we're going to start with June 1st. So I'm still in May here. So here's June 1st. You'll see a plus sign. So I'll hit that plus sign. That opens the window. So now I can start to prepare. And again, it shows all of our accounts on the side here. And I'm going to do this on all 3 of my accounts. So this is my Facebook. Now I don't use my Facebook personal profile. In this example, this is my page. This is my Instagram, and then on my threads. That's where this is going to get posted to. The whole special deal about the personal profile, I'll show you next when we do a post for Charisse. Her example is with the personal profile. So there's that caption. Now I'm going to go back to chat, grab that content. Back to Publer, put the content in there. And then all I need now is I want to go get my hashtags and see to it. Let's see. There's my hashtag. So now this post, all I need to do is get my image. Now you saw I put it in Canva, but you notice I didn't download it. So I'm going to click this image that I want to add media. They have a direct link to Canva. So as long as you're logged into Canva, it will actually open your Canva account. So you can go and grab that image without having to have downloaded it first. So I'll click Canva, just click continue. It just takes a moment for the Canva to open up here. Sorry, it takes a moment sometimes. But this will definitely save room from your computer, right? Instead of every time you're creating something in Canva and constantly downloading it and filling up the memory of your, for me, if I save anything, it goes on a USB drive, but I'm saving it from my hard drive. It's not using any of my own personal memory because I didn't have to download it first. So as Canva opens, it's going to kind of ask you as a default, it's going to go into like templates. So I'm just going to go directly to projects. So all of my content, your most recent will show up first in designs. So I just have to click that first one. Oh, you know what? It didn't. There it goes. There, we just wrote this. Most digital products don't flop. Positioning does. I'm going to add that to Publer. Now, the only drawback here is you can only use one image. So like I told you before, I usually use 4 images. I do a carousel when I do posting, but this way of grabbing from Canva, I can only choose one. So if I really did want multiple pictures, I would have had to actually download them. So for those of you only using one picture at a time, this is going to be your quickest and easiest way. So I grabbed that one picture on the side here. It's going to show me an example of what it would look like. So this is how it'll look on Facebook. This is how it'll look on Instagram. And this is the threads. So then the last thing is just to schedule it. So I would hit the schedule button. I just started on June 1st, so it kept that date. I'm going to change the time. So I'm going to have this one scheduled for 10 a.m. I hit the schedule button, and that's it. It's going to show up here. So that one post is now scheduled on my Facebook page, my Instagram, my threads for 10 a.m. on June 1st. I don't have to do anything. It'll just automatically post. I could just set it and forget it. So I'm going to show you now an example if I did more than the one. So going back to this same post, I still have that same hook, but now I'm going to go and make my multiple pages for it and show you how that works. So I kept the post, just copied that caption from ChatGPT. Just have to kind of adjust it to make sure it fits. Which for the most part, as a template, you shouldn't have too much to have to edit, as long as you have your templates kind of started. Now this is going to be a little.
I think a tip, just to go back 1 second, a tip when you're doing these is to just make sure that your work, like Charlene tends to use a lot of words when she's explaining and when she's doing posts. She just likes to use a lot of words. So I think that would be the, especially like if you're doing a quotes or you're doing, you're telling somebody something to make it into more carousels and do less words on each page. That would be a tip to just make sure that each time you're doing something, you'd only have like 5 or 6 or 7 words at the most. Normally you wouldn't have 2 sentences on here, but that was just another, like a little tip out there, just to be like, hey, try not to put two sentences on a one screen, right?
Right. I see too. Yeah, so if it's a little long when I get from chat, I'll kind of, for the most part, this is usually going to be more for, the actual post text, like in Facebook, not for the image itself. So, if it is kind of long, I just will kind of edit on the fly a little bit. And then the C2A or CTA. Okay, so with the 4 posts, I would just have to download this one. And again, it's as long as you have 2 or more pictures. If you want to use 2 or more images for your post, you will have to download it. So that one's downloading. I'm just going to go ahead and back to June 1st again. I'll just click the plus sign now that I want to add something else. Oh, that just finished downloading. So we'll hit that plus sign. And now again, we're back to this same scheduling window. So I'll take that content because that was the longer part. I'll put that in there. And then the hashtags, copy that, put the hashtags in there. Now for the images, so here's my download folder. It does download as a zip file. So all I had to do is right click and hit extract. And in the same spot, it's going to open the unzip the file. So there's my unzipped file. There's my 4 images. And I literally can just drag and drop.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even, it says click or drag and drop. And as many times as I clicked that button, I don't think I ever read the or drag and drop.
Oh,
I don't think I ever been tripped off of the drop. I drop and drag so much, especially like when you're on a Mac. You love dropping and dragging. So that is a cool thing to just know I can have it on my desktop and just drag it over if I wanted to.
exactly. And I
Yes.
just do it directly from my download folder, right? So there we go. There now I have multiple images, and the maximum is actually 4 when it comes to images. So this one is ready. I'm just same thing. I'll hit the schedule button because I started with clicking that plus sign in June 1st. I'm still in June 1st, and it recognizes the last time I entered. So I know the last post I entered was for 10 a.m. So I'm just going to change this to be like 2 p.m. So now that one is scheduled across all 3 for that day. So that's an example of creating in chat and doing a 1 image type of post and doing multiple image posts and posting, individually, no bulk uploads or anything like that. So before I move on that, let's just see if there's any questions before I kind of move on from there, or if you need me to go back and do something again. I don't want to go too fast. For me, it's like second nature, so I have to kind of remember to make sure I ask you guys if you need me to review that again or show anything else.
Well, I picked the unmute all for anyone who wants to jump and ask a question, but I'll just go back through the chat for a second and answer a few things that people were asking until someone raises their hand or says they have something else to ask. So
Okay.
they wanted to know, is this available on TikTok? So I think if you go over to social accounts, you can be able to see all the type of accounts that you can connect. So there's LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter X is still there, but I think there's some issues with it. I've seen recently where it said that they were going to disconnect. A lot of brands are disconnecting from X, but
Right.
they have. I don't know if anybody's used Mastodon, Pinterest, YouTube, Blue Sky, and you can even connect this to your WordPress website if you have one, Telegram, your Google pages, and even like run your blogs and post on your website or any other WordPress type of platform type of item you may have, which is super cool too. So yeah, these are all the different things that you can connect to.
Right.
So those are all the different
Tasha said on the free account, how many days can you schedule?
10.
10 days, that's right.
Right.
Yes.
So let me break down that part because that's actually was next on my notes to kind of talk about the different accounts. So on the free account, you can have three accounts connected, and you can post. It's based on posts. You can post 10 posts at a time. So if somebody has the free account, I would suggest, schedule 10 posts. But once you have eight of those, published and done, and you only have two left, now go back and add another eight. So you continuously always have 10 posts because you can only have 10 at a time.
Keep your queue full because for me, that was I found it very helpful, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more than 10 because when you get to 10, you're like, oh, I want to do more than this because you have them scheduled out. You could have them scheduled out for a month, but if you schedule them like back to back, you can kind of recycle it. Like Charlene was just saying, you can keep 10 up on the board at all times. It's going to keep you posting consistently. So, and if you, oh, go ahead, Charlene.
Right. No, actually, I was going to say the exact same thing. Just to keep that momentum and that you don't forget one day. Now if you're doing 3 posts a day, that only would cover you for 3 days because you can only do 10 posts at a time. So I would just say that just kind of create your own rhythm and do the 10 and know to yourself, okay, on this day when I have, only 3 left posted and waiting to go, I can do another 7 just to keep that going all the time. Now, for the upgrade, so the upgrade really depends on, there's obviously a pro plan, the higher plan, a professional, there's always a tier of different things. So to tell you how we got the most bang for our buck, I'll tell you how we did it. So and it's also based on how many accounts.
I think I think this is a lot easier for people to understand. If you just hit the button, just open a new tab and go to Publer and go to the pricing plan because it's
Okay.
based on the number of accounts. Now, and we're going to show you a little trick to kind of get around the number of accounts, right? So if we just, I think this is easier to understand when you actually look at the pricing plan.
Oh wait, that took me right here. Took me to an article. That took me to an article, and I was trying to just get their comparison. That's an article too.
No, I can't. It's like go just to the top, and because I know you're signed in. So just hit the Here we go. They started $5. I know I wanted the comparison sheet also. That can you just hit the upgrade button on our box? Just go back to our account and hit the upgrade button on the other side. Yeah, just go over to the face. Hit the face. Hit the face. And then just hit.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. It should give you the chart. So here, if you notice, it is a based on the total number of social accounts. So if you know it, we do like 13, remember 15 or something that we told you that we do. So and Charlene's going to show you a little bit of a trick, how to get around doing all 15 or 16 or 18 or 20, right? But here you'll see we're in the 8 category. But Charlene, just for the sake of argument, decrease that down to 3. Just hit the negative and go down and make it go down. You'll see the prices go all the way down to like 2. So you'll see like over here, the professional is $9 if you had 2. So if you had your Facebook and your Instagram, you'd be in the like $9-10 category, right? And then if you get into the professional plan, which allows you to do the AI and a whole bunch of other stuff, the analytics, then you'd be in this price range somewhere around here, right? So close out of that for a second. And then let's explain how do we get around that feature. So we're not paying for 16, but we're posting on 16. Can you explain that a little bit?
So this is where I was telling you where my account for Facebook is the page. It's the profile for Charisse that you'll notice Charisse does not have her threads in here. And we actually just added the Instagram, but that's a different one. Her regular Instagram and her regular threads are not in here. And here's where the loophole is. So, when you're in Facebook on your regular profile, and when you go to post, it has the little button on the top. Do you want this to copy over to Threads and Instagram? Those are turned on or off based on your settings. So that's what we do is when I post and schedule content, in Publer for her Facebook profile, then when it actually posts on Facebook, it automatically copies it to both her threads and her Instagram. So that's our loophole, that those two accounts we don't have to pay for because Facebook automatically posts those over there for us. And I have that was my next example for you. So I took to show you how that's done. And this is a part of the loophole as well, that no other scheduling platform allows for, again, the Facebook profile. This Publer is the only one that allows you to connect an actual profile. So before I get into that example and show you exactly how that works, Therese, did you want to chime in on anything else on that, or you want me to just get into it?
No, get right into it. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. So let me go back to the calendar. And I'm going to show you based on today. So one thing you have to do, if you are going to use your personal profile, you will have to download the app. As you know, right now, obviously, I'm on my desktop, and I do everything on my desktop. But in order to use the loophole Publer did for posting on your Facebook profile, you will need the app on your phone. And you don't need to schedule it there. I'm telling you, everything I do is here on the desktop. Just this one little thing is essentially I have to approve the post. And I have a video to show you exactly how I did that today. Hold on a second. Okay, so today's May 3rd. For May 3rd, I scheduled one for Sherese's Facebook. So I just had her Facebook open. I came and I scheduled for today. So what happened is I scheduled it for 9:30 this morning, my time, 9:30 Central Time. So what happened is, and I'm going to take you to this video. So now at 9:30 this morning, I got the notification on my phone wanting to approve her Facebook post. So I'm going to hit play on here and show you that it's literally, first of all, before I hit play again, it literally takes seconds. This is such an easy thing to do that, again, you're just approving the post. This is exactly how that loophole worked. So, and I got the notification. So here's Publer telling me I have a Facebook post that I need to approve. So you say I open the notification. It opens the Publer app on my phone, going directly to that exact post. So as it's loading up, sorry, I made it a little too big. You couldn't see the bottom. Let me detach that a second. Okay, pause it there. So as soon as it loaded the post, there was a button here that says open in Facebook. So again, all I did is open the notification. It opened this directly into Publer, knowing exactly what post we need to do. So the only step I've done now is just hitting open in Facebook. So I'm going to hit play again. So I hit that button. Now it's opening the Facebook app directly on my phone. I'm already logged into Sherese's account. So actually that went a little too fast. Let me just back up a little bit. Okay, so it opened in Facebook, and just like it's Facebook itself, that's the loophole, is they dropped it into my phone. So on my phone, I could go directly to the Facebook app personally to put that information. So when the account opened at the top, just like normal, you want to post something. What Publer just did in this meantime, while it opened the Facebook app, it dropped the images into my phone gallery for me. I didn't have to do anything. And the actual text we wrote in the text box, it just copied that into my memory. Again, it did it for me. I didn't have to do anything except say open Facebook. So once I open Facebook, I'm going to click that to make a post. I'm going to hit the photo button. There's my phone gallery where it dropped the pictures for me. I clicked those to add them. Then go to where you type, and I just hit paste because, again, Publer dumped it into my memory automatically. Now, let me go back a little bit more. So now I have the post ready, and this is where I was telling you here. In the Facebook settings, you see it says Instagram is on, and right here it tells you Threads is on. So as soon as I hit the post button, this post will post immediately on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Threads. So I'm just hit play there. Here's where I hit the post button, said it's updating, and there it's done. Here's her Facebook post. Now I'm going to show you, I went to her profile, and that's where it shows. It's directly from the profile. And on this video, you see I'm clicking her Instagram account. We're going to go open her Instagram. And there it is. It got posted immediately right here. Then I scrolled up, and then I'm going to go directly to her Threads account, which is a hyperlink right here. So now as Threads opens, her profile opens here. And again, there it is. Boom. So that's the best loophole because you just saved yourself, obviously, some money by having the Instagram and the Threads tied directly to your Facebook. And as you saw on the phone, it was literally nothing. It was open the notification, open in Facebook, it has it in the memory, hit post, bada bing, bada boom, it's that quick.
We have a couple questions in the chat. You guys mind if I read them?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, so Ashley, she just now said, "What about tags?" But before that, Ashley, oh wait, no, go ahead. Ashley says, "What about tags?" Now I'll go to the other one.
Like hashtags?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe.
so that's actually in the post itself. Now, the only difference, one thing, is that Threads itself, if you use Threads, I'm going to go back to the Facebook part. Threads only allows for one hashtag. So, and you see in this post, I only had one hashtag. But you see, it did hyperlink. It automatically will recognize it as long as you have the symbol. Now, if I had multiple hashtags, when it moved over to Threads, Threads will grab the first one and hyperlink it as one, but the rest will be only text. So it's just one thing to keep in mind. You know, every social media platform is somewhat different. Blue Sky only allows 500 characters. Remember when Twitter started, you know, we all had to be mindful of maximum characters you can use. And in Threads, they kind of have a rule like that too. 300 characters or less and only one hashtag. But if you put multiple hashtags in here, it'll copy all of it over. Just Threads will take the first one.
And I think if you go back to your Publer screen, looking at one of the posts, it's easy to see that where each one, and if you open it up, like open one of them up, you can see where they shows you how each one is posted for each platform. Mm-hmm. Like if you were doing a new one, then you can see where the different hashtags are. And I think that's what she meant by, if you meant something different than hashtags, Ashley, just let us know. Go ahead, Justin. What's our next question?
Okay, and I think you might have answered this, but it said, can we also plan stories? And did you add hashtag from the AI Genie and not from Publer itself? Why? So the first question is, can we also plan stories straight from Publer?
Yes, okay. You could do everything. Reels, stories, regular image posts. You could do anything that's available.
Okay.
And it'll detect it. So if you do upload a reel, it'll detect it as a reel and it'll post it into those platforms like Instagram and Facebook. It'll make sure to post it as a reel.
Nice. Okay, and second question to that was, you did add the hashtag from AI Genie and not from Publer itself. Why?
Right, correct. So the reason for that is because with Publer, I actually had it literally write out the hook, a caption, content, CTA, and these are the hashtags that, you know, AI Genie is telling me would go perfect with this actual content. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're not doing it that way, you can do it directly in Publer because there is a hashtag suggestions. So give you an example, let me go back to, let's just say, take this caption. If I were to put that in here, now I could hit this for suggestions. It's now searching for suggestions, what it thinks would match what I typed here.
So just to super clarify, it was only because if you were not using Publer hashtags or AI assistant, because let's say you're on the free plan and those are not available options to you because you were using your chat GPT, then that would be the only difference. Right. I think the AI Genie hashtags give you a deeper clarity than this one, but that's just my own personal assumption. right? I haven't done no deep dive in the hashtags to see which one came out better. But Charlene, also just just for this, because since you're here, let's just play with the AI assist. AI assist is now available to everyone, including the free plan, but the free plan is a limited amount of time because it's like anything, right? They're going to give you a little bit of a sample, let you play with it, and then of course be like, oh my God, I love it. I want it. Now you got to upgrade. So can you just create a new post real quick and we're just going to show them how the AI assist can like finish your sentence or do a sentence.
Okay. And I got stuck here. Let's see, 1 second. So I'm going to do that at the same time, showing you about the holidays feature. We'll do that for the holidays. So I just moved on to June, right? Our May is filled up. So one thing I wanted to mention in the calendar, we saw you hit the plus sign to schedule something, but you notice in the calendar in every bottom box is this little checkbox, and if you hover, it says holidays. So this is another great feature it has, that it will give you suggestions for holidays if you don't know what to post, or you want to do maybe recognize a holiday every day. So we're going to use that AI assist to help us with the holidays. So June 2nd, I'm going to click the check mark, and it's going to show me it's National Rocky Road Day, and it's also National Bubba Day. I'm going to go Rocky Road Day. So I clicked Rocky Road Day. It gave me hashtags right away. But what I'll do here, I'll put a space. I'll do AI assist. First of all, I'm going to tell it to complete the text. So because I have those hashtags, it's going to complete the text based off of that. You see, it's moving, it's populating there.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So here we go. So celebrating the sweet and crunchy delight that is Rocky Road. Whether you love it in ice cream form or packed into a gooey bar, today is the perfect excuse to indulge. Share your favorite Rocky Road memories or recipes below, and even added more hashtags. Now I could take this one step further, and we can create an actual image using their AI assist. So for that part now, I'm going to say I want to add some media, and for their media, it's in their DALL-E 3. So I'll click that, and then I'm going to put Rocky Road Day. Now Publer is going to actually create an image for us. And this is one thing that I've not seen on any other platforms, is right there on the calendar, every single day of the calendar, telling you these random national day ofs. So if you're kind of stuck on something, or you just want to throw a little fun out there, it's that easy. You don't have to go searching, Googling what's the national day of today. And most days there are multiple items to choose from. So this is one way that you can just get a little, if you just want to get a little fun and engagement out there, you can use their holiday section.
This is where we need Justin's super cool effects.
Boom, I'm just saying, right? Yes. Also, if I can add in there, I'm gonna actually add in right here in the chat, you guys. What I did when Charlene was explaining this is I hit record on my AI Genie, and I had basically AI Genie take notes for me, because this is the part I've been wanting to learn how it is the hack of being able to utilize one platform to go across three, so I can utilize, instead of having Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, I can have them all go across to one. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the chat the hack in writing, so you guys can copy and paste it into yours and get more information if you need, because I'm terrible with sometimes remember stuff.
Score. Thank you.
I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Which one should I use? Image 1, 2, or 3? Drop it in the chat. Let's see what gets the most numbers really quick. We already got 2 people that said 3. 3, yep. I was thinking 3 too. So that's already 4 of us. There's one with a 1. Yeah, definitely majority's 3. So I'm going to just click the button here. Use that media.
Even though it says June 2A, what does that even mean?
June 2nd. Oh, June today, 2A. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it's one of those things of when the chat doesn't do good with Words, right?
Words. Yeah, that's
Words.
what I was gonna say. That was the one. That was the only one. I was trying to decide between one and two because that one had the messed up spelling.
Right, exactly.
No, good eye, and I didn't even notice that. And as anybody that's used ChatGPT knows, yeah, they're the worst when it comes to any words, right?
Yeah, it is.
But just to
Right.
give you the idea, so it was really that simple, right? I started with just saying which day I wanted. It immediately gave me hashtags. Based on the hashtags, I used AI Assist to create the text, and then from there we used it to create the image. So I could literally schedule this. It was already on June 2nd, and we'll just keep that for 2 p.m.
I think the holiday thing is a super cool feature. We created all holidays, we have all holidays social media post. So you can go on our website and buy that. Where every holiday we already have the post design. So all you have to do is drop them in there and post them. And then we have the off holidays. But this is even better because it gives you every single day, whatever kind of quirky holiday there is. You don't have to do it every day, but even if you just did it once a week, just to kind of throw your algorithm some fun, or even your, followers some fun, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to know that there's these so many days that we didn't even think of, right? Sometimes I open it and I'm like, really? There's a day for that?
Right.
Like this one I would probably skip. I wouldn't announce it's National Moonshine Day.
Well, unless you're, selling some kind of different kind of products. So Ashley asked, can we generate stuff about personal content subjects? Yes, it would be the same as just putting, if Charlene was to just start all over again with a new post, you would just put whatever that subject is inside that little square. So Charlene, just hit the create again.
I lost my mouse. Oh, there we go.
So if you just were to say let's say that your subject matter post is about you sell handbags. I'm totally making that up, right? Because that's going to be your personal content subject. So you would just write in here handbag and then tell it, right, handbag. We ain't gonna post this one because we don't do handbags, but type in handbag. Right. If this was your personal content, and hit the AI assist and then have it complete the text or generate new text, whatever you want, right? But for now, complete the text. And then it's going to create you some content around what we just posted, right? So whatever the subject matter is that you post on social media, you can just let the AI do it. This is a cool feature because it's right inside of here. But if you do not have the paid plan or you ran out of this, you would do the same thing. This would be the same thing as you doing it in chat and then just copy and pasting it. Right. The beauty is to do it inside of here, only to just kind of, you're already in here and it's just to save time, right? Because the whole thing about this is all about the time saving. It's all about the time saving and getting your, not struggling so much about posting, because without the social media posting, you can't get the algorithm, you can't get the followers, and you need to keep your followers engaged, you need to keep them informed, but you can't spend your whole day on doing it, right? This is to be able to set it and forget it. So when I am all over the country next week, y'all gonna be like, oh, Sharice posted, blah, blah, blah. But no, I will not be posting because as you can see, the entire May is completely done.
Yeah.
I can go off and do whatever I want, and my followers are still going to get the content that they would be normally getting from me, tips, tricks, techniques. It's all there, and now I'm off to do something else. So
That's amazing.
right.
Let's go, Rex. Hey.
And getting back to the whole, making it fun again. So my fun of social media is going out there to look, right? I like to scroll and I don't say troll, but I scout. I look for opportunities, right? Because remember, there's what they call the 80-20 rule, that you should really engage 80% and post 20%. Engagement is the number one thing for social media, not just posting. If you just post, and never engage, you probably realize that your numbers don't grow very much because engagement is one of the biggest things that the algorithms look for. They'll push your content out more the more that you're an engager, because you're not just there just to throw content. Because you actually engage, it'll push you more. And so I'll tell you, with doing it this way, this is our standard post like Shri said, what our followers are kind of expecting from us. You know, our daily value tips, our daily engagement questions, and things of that sort. So at the same time, there's still multiple times that I'm going to say, oh, something just came to my head. I want to post that. So because this is done, I have the time for number one, doing my one-offs. Something pops in my head and I want to go and post it right now. I'll just go and post it right now. So the random posting will kind of show up in between. And I could spend more time on looking for people to engage with, looking for people more of my target audience, following people that give me inspiration, and doing the entire engagement thing. Now it makes it more fun again because I'm not focused so hard on what should I post today? What am I going to put on all 5 accounts? I can have the fun part back, and it definitely makes a big difference.
Charlene, can I add something?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
and something for engaging is, and a hack also for you guys is to go from the bottom up, like, share it, save it, then comment, and then like it. And if you do this, the algorithm, I mean, it actually starts noticing you, and you get more rhythm. You just start getting more algorithm favor. So just a hack, just an idea for you guys that I wanted to share.
Exactly. And we kind of mentioned that before too, that so that there was a chart that Sharice had posted in the community that talked about engaging 10 minutes before you post and 10 minutes after you post. But based on our kind of, research and testing, I'll tell you what works the best. You don't need to focus on 10 minutes because you can spend 10 minutes scrolling and only engage once. I say the key number is 5 people or posts, profiles, however you want to name it. But go to find 5 people with a post to like and comment to engage. Now go search your niche in the search bar and find 5 people in your niche now to follow and like and engage on a post. So you do that 5 and 5 that's in your feed by scrolling and 5 by searching. And that kind of satisfies that daily engagement part.
Let's hit the analytics button for a second, and then we're going to jump to something else that I want to show you guys before we run out of time here.
But actually, Aja had a question really quick. I
I'm
just
going to come
noticed
back to it. I'm going to come back to it in just
Oh,
a
okay.
second. Right.
Gotcha. Okay, so analytics. This is the overview on your Instagram.
Yeah, and I put some things in here the other day, just so you guys, I put this in and hoping I could get it to populate enough by the time we came to this workshop. So hit the competitor analysis, because I'm going to touch on a little bit about what Aja is saying about the different things that you created, right? So on our social media, we have, I think, 5 templates we use. We have value. It's a shame because I should know this by heart, right? So we now know it is official. Everyone now knows who does all our social media posting because it cannot be me. I think
I'll tell you the
I
categories.
just gave myself away. I have not even seen my own social media page in so long. I probably don't even know what's up there. But so thank you, Audra, for allowing me to just like completely expose myself. But so what did we have? So tell us what we have. We have value, we have
value, engagement, promotion, funny, like joke of the day, and the national day of.
Okay,
now
so
we don't
those 5.
focus on 2 a day. We really focus on the
but we
value.
have those 5 categories.
We have those 5 categories.
Yeah. So what I did was I came in here and I found some people on Instagram. Now I will tell you, these are large accounts on Instagram. They've probably been around a long time. I just picked these for the sake of argument to kind of show you an example, right? So in here, you'll see this first one has 165,000 followers. They did 4 posts with 127 engagement, right? And they posted 4 photos of, they literally did an image over the last couple days. Just to kind of see, this one did 52 posts and had 111K engagement, right? Which that's a lot. There's a lot of posts, a lot of engagement, right? So I don't know why it says I have like over 10,000 followers. I cannot get this thing to act right on my thing. But anyway, I did 42 posts, 65 engagements. Okay, so you can see I did 3 videos. But the point that I'm making is when you follow smaller accounts, what you do is if you scroll down just a little bit, Charlene, I would say scroll up, scroll down, never know which way to go. These are the things that they posted, right? And I will tell you, sometime I come in here and I'm like, let me see. Wow, if that hit, like this one video hit 281 engagements, that's a video. But if I was looking for like an image, right? And she hit, so this one says it is a photo and it hit 37 engagements, right? If you go all the way down, it's like a purple photo, digital products with resale rights. And I'm like, wow, what is that? 37 engagements on that photo. Click that photo.
And which one was it?
It keeps scrolling down, 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 down. One more. That photo, hit that.
This one?
Yeah, click that so we can open it. So now we're going to open it and see this is what she posted, right? Now they'll tell you post with numbers will always get higher views for some reason, and we don't know what it is psychologically that the algorithm will find things would have numbers in it. Doesn't mean it has to be dollars, but it could be like 5 days of this or 3 tips or whatever. Somehow a number always gets a good ranking. But if let's say you like this, you can actually click it and see the actual post. Or if you hit the little up arrow, you can save it in your drafts, because then you can use it as a inspiration. I wouldn't, copy it directly, use it as inspiration, right? If this, because these people that you put in your analytics to follow are exactly the people who are in your exact industry, right? So you find people who are in your exact industry. Now, the recommendation would be to find people with 10,000 or fewer followers. I put these in here because I know that they would have a lot of posts and they would have big numbers, so I could show them to you. Right. So then if this person is 10,000 or less followers and they're getting huge reactions and comments on their post, and you absolutely want to see what they're doing and then use that as an inspiration to do the same thing. Right. And this is a cool way to do it. So you're not kind of like searching out. You can even drop this into chat and say, this person's getting great reactions. Compare theirs to mine. Tell me what I'm missing and show me how to fix it. This is like, I think I'm going to go back to what I just said. Between Publer, Canva, AI Genie, it's game changing, right?
Totally.
Definitely game changing. And this right here, taking the analytics from someone else's post, otherwise you'd be scrolling all day through Instagram. Let Publer do that work for you. Let it figure out what the best of everything is. Take it, use it as inspiration, repost it, right? You can even just reuse the post. I wouldn't do it. I just would, right?
Right.
You can even share it from there, right? But I definitely would you can hit save. And if you see it back up in the drafts, it's in there. And I think that is a cool feature because it really saves you a lot of time. It really does show you what the competition is doing or you're seeing similar type businesses doing, and you can kind of do a rinse and repeat with them. Man, I'm telling you, that's a big feature. Now you have to be up on a paid program, I think, to be able to get into the analytics. But when you're really, really deep into this, you're okay with paying that $9 a month so that you can get the analytics, or $11 a month so you can get the analytics, so you can be able to be right up on top of your competition. Right. All right, Charlene, thank you. You can take me out of there. All right. So now I answer the question. She wanted to know how many social media different posts we did. We do 5, right? And we showed you each one of those 5. And again, if anybody ever wants to know inside the community, we put all the links to all the different profiles we have, so you can go follow them all, right?
Now, just to kind of chime in one really quick, where she said, reminded you, it was, we saw $9 and you get the 2 accounts, right? But remember our loophole now. So if you were to do that $9 plan to get 2 accounts, one of them will be your Facebook, but you can have that Facebook again in Facebook itself, have those settings to auto post to Instagram and Threads. So your other paid account in Publer can be literally something else. So you end up with that, for that $9, having 4 accounts. The 2 paid here and using the loophole for Instagram and Threads through your Facebook posting.
Yes. And as she said that she sees the TikTok push my stuff every night. Thank you. And thank you, Charlene, because Charlene be on top of TikTok. Like I said, I can't remember what I really do have up there, but it works. If anybody has seen my Instagram, we've been using this for the last couple of months. If you've been in the community and you've been on any of these lives with us, I've literally opened up my Instagram page and I've grown from like 123, I think is where it started, maybe
Right.
4 weeks ago or something like that. And I think you guys can go in there and look. Today, I think she just showed us it was like, I don't know, 11 something number. It's like over 1,000 people are following me now on Instagram. So I've grown over 1,000 followers in a month. And it really is. I just admitted that I'm not even on my own page. So let that sink in. If I had that reactions of like the head blown emoji, look, almost 2,000 followers. I don't have, where's my
Damn.
epic reaction so I could do the head
No, what?
blown
That's
emoji?
what, hey, that's what.
Right,
I've
where's
seen it
my
grow.
epic
I've been watching it
reaction?
grow like super. Yeah, that's
Where's
Sharice,
my,
that's awesome.
I don't know where my epic reactions are so I could
Here's a
do like the
blown, the
head
mind blown
blown
moment.
emoji.
Boom. Yeah, let's go.
And if you
All
guys
right, I
have been
love
in the
seeing that.
community and you've been on these lives with me, I just admitted I don't even get on I'm not even there. So that just shows you how valuable using this software is, right? When I grew my Facebook page to 10,000, trust me, my fingers hurt, my fingertips hurt, my head hurt because I was on it all day. My husband like, "Are you gonna put that phone down?" I was like, "No." Whereas this, I'm using Publer to help grow my page so much easier, and it is just so much better, right? Okay, we got one more thing to show you that I want to show you that is super fire. um this is another piece of Publer that you'll get to see. They now have a link in bio. So if you are familiar with link in bio, if you are a big Instagram person, you know what link in bio is, right? Everything, every post is link in bio, link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. Even on threads, because Instagram posts to threads. So even in threads, when you make a post, it'll say the link is in bio. So now Publer, the guy who owns Publer, who created Publer, has created the link in bio. So I'm going to show you a little video clip of what that looks like. All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
So you're able to go to your link in bio, and guess what? It now pulls up all your products like a Facebook marketplace. A
What?
person can
No
click on
way.
it and they can check out right from, look, that's,
That's
come on
tight, dude.
now.
No way. Okay.
Come on. Normally, link in bio would click the link and take you to an outside website, like a Stan Store, your website, or wherever.
Link tree.
Now it can drop down. It would literally drop down, pull up, like, look, those little circles we have across, right? The highlights. Here's your products. You could be like, oh, cute. I want the pink, yellow, cushy chair, right? And boom, this is game changing right there.
Yes, that is.
That is something so
Fire.
new that I've not seen. If you've got your Publer account, go to your face, up there to where your little face is, click on link in bio, go sign up.
Mm-hmm. So many things.
Where is my emoji reaction? Y'all not giving me no emoji.
Mind blown moment.
Boom!
We need to get the sounds in here. That's what we need.
Yeah, you would add them from your link in bio. When you go to link in bio and you update your link in bio page, right? Then
Pew, pew, pew.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you go to
Let's
link in
go.
bio and you set up that
Look at
page,
David.
that page will have you set up all your links, whatever products you want in there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you would do them all in there. You do them all from the link in bio page. But I'm telling you, that changes link in bio. That changes link in bio
Really changes
completely.
it.
Come on, y'all. Tell me
Yes,
what do you think
big
about
time.
the link in
Big
bio change?
time, dude. That's awesome.
That
What?
changes the game, doesn't it?
It
Because
does. It definitely
imagine
does.
instead of you having it take you to an outside. Now again, it is a brand new feature, so be patient. You know how it is. We working with technology, so if it ain't always working with you, hit the Publer icon and talk to them. Don't talk to me because they built it. I'm just gonna use it, right? But I was setting mine up last night and I was just like, man, I got to show them this. And Sean was like, well, we should do it next time because we haven't really used it. I was like, I'm showing them now.
Yeah.
It literally just came out. We haven't tested
we
it.
can go break it, y'all. We all gonna go in there and we gonna break it and they can go fix it. Cause I'm like, no, we have to be on top of this. That puts us first to the market. And when we're first to market, then you're in the front always.
Yes.
Right. So if you're first to market, Gary V, I can never say his name, Verichek or whatever, he will tell you he only became as big as he is because he was first in the Instagram space.
Right.
And because he was first, nobody could figure it out. They didn't know if they was doing, and he was doing it, right? Mr. Beast was just the first one to like be stupid. And they was like, oh, well, maybe I should be stupid too. And
And we
everybody,
all
we
remember
all be
Tom.
stupid. So when you're first, then you stay first.
Right.
Right.
Stay
So
one chapter ahead.
right, exactly.
Tom from MySpace, right? Anybody that remembers Tom from MySpace, he still shows up because now it's like, hey, Tom, we're on TikTok now. Where are you? Like,
Right.
people are
Look at
still
David.
trying to find
Look at David.
Tom
He
because they
said
remember
MySpace.
MySpace
Right.
days.
Right. So again,
MySpace.
when you're first, this guy took the time to create something. I'm sure it took him thousands of hours, collaboration with lots of people, and they're going to get it to work. And when they get it to work, it'll get to be spread out everywhere. But guess who'll be using it first? And we'll be like, hey, have you saw the new link in bio feature? You ain't saw this yet? Get this, get this.
Right.
Where you at? Where you at? What you got left?
Right.
You got left.
Right.
Right. So, all right, you guys, I'll stop the recording.